What is happening, guys? I'm just testing some things out here. I hope everyone's doing well. Hello, everyone. How are you? I'm getting all these errors that I'm not giving enough video for the night, but I hope you're having a awesome Thursday night wherever you are. I wanted to do this live stream on Tuesday and Thursday at 7:30. So I wanted to make sure that I had everything in order. But also today is about celebrating you, celebrating the fact that I have really worked hard at this channel. I think it may be 2 years, but definitely a year and a half when I made that first video in my garage with the kids screaming in the background. And I really didn't have any idea that I would enjoy this as much. It would be, I didn't know that it would be as challenging. So if you stick with me during this live stream or if you're watching it afterwards, I want to tell you some tips about how I got to 3,000 subscribers. What was it like? What was my first 100 like? But mainly just to celebrate the fact that I had this goal and it really came together. And I learned a lot inside of the Hack Lab. I learned a lot about making and 3D printing. I didn't know how to 3D design in Fusion 360. I didn't own a Glowforge laser cutter, and I didn't own a CNC. And now I'm getting orders, a few orders on my website, and also I switched over from WordSpace over to WordPress over to Squarespace. And it's just a lot easier. So now I'm able to put up a digital plan, give you a coupon code to get it free, which is HackLab-Family. And then I can kind of just test that out. And someday, maybe I can do this like when I'm retired. I'm hoping that maybe I'll have enough skills in woodworking and in home manufacturing that I can kind of just enjoy this. Maybe I get to travel a little bit, do it on a cruise ship, my wife and I have always thought about, her name's Suzanne. Suzanne and I have always thought about making, doing the crafts on the cruise ship because I've cruised a lot. It's kind of been my family go-to vacation. So I think just making is in my blood, and I hope it is yours too. So let me just start with, and then this stream is probably going to be around 20 minutes, so I'm going to end 10 to 8 o'clock. So what I started, when I first started, let's first talk about how I got to the subscriber count that I'm currently at. So when I went back and looked at some videos of some of my most favorite YouTubers, I started to notice this spike that happens with subscriber counts, and that spike that happens with subscriber counts usually is hard to determine if you're looking at the history of a channel. So the reason why that I'm putting this video out there now is that I'm just kind of just telling you where I'm at now. So I'm at 3,000. There's reasons why I'm not greater than 3,000. Number one reason is that I have a full-time day job, which I really like. I am a video producer. I create online content and I do a lot of graphics and I draw and stuff like that. That's one reason. The other reason is I have a family. I have commitments with that, and I like to watch football. I like to watch basketball, so I can't always be in the garage and crank out that videos. So I think one of the reasons why I haven't had more consistent uploads is I just haven't had I just haven't hit the garage every single day. Haven't hit the Hack Lab every single day. But one of the reasons why I started this channel, and it's interesting because one of the comments of my last video, the K-Cup organizer for the Glowforge, someone said, really like your ideas, like what you're doing, you're speaking in circles. And I told him I agreed with him because I went back and looked at the video, and I think if you make a video and you're not looking at a teleprompter like everyone on the Today Show and CNN and everything is, it is difficult not to talk over yourself or to be really kind of redundant. You know, you're saying the same thing twice. You're trying to fill all the gaps. You're not like that pause. You're not filling that pause. You sort of feel obligated to do that. And then just like a musician, you can kind of train your brain like, hey, I'm able now to kind of monitor what I'm saying and try to speak a little bit clearly. But I'm not a trained spokesperson. I did not take debate or anything else like that. So I think that over my 100 videos that I've made, I've become way more comfortable with this process than I first started out to be. So I'm happy with that. So another thing is that I don't include my family. I have two daughters, two beautiful daughters, but I don't run in to the house with my camera, and I don't really put them in. I never pull out a camera at a restaurant. I don't think they'd let me, but they were a lot younger when I was doing YouTube, and I still didn't do that. So I don't really take a camera in my bedroom. I don't take a camera anywhere. I don't really love the neighborhood I'm in right now. So I very rarely take I live in a very cookie cutter neighborhood. I'd like to live in a more unique, artistic neighborhood. But I still think that the people like Casey Neistat and these other people that I totally respect and admire and I'm grateful for, they have taken that camera pretty much everywhere. Now, there's a lot of places that I've failed with even the small amount of videos that I've done, for instance, by adding a little bit more of a storyline. I've tried to do that with the Red Door and the Experiment too, but to make things, not to learn how to make something, then to make it a story, then to do the video that night, it's a little too much. It is. So that's why when I came up this year, I came up with this process of done is better than perfect, and that has really, really helped me. So the first 100 subscribers that I got, and I kind of wanted to tell the story of how I got 3,000 subscribers in 20 minutes. And it's 7:37 Eastern right now. And so the first 100 subscribers, I just said to myself, you know, I have this hearing condition. I have couple things going on and I had some headaches, and I said, you know what, I'm just going to go find a passion in a hobby. I have a background in product design, and I'm just going to do what I love in my garage and just stay focused. And as soon as I started taking all the bins, my friend JB helped me out, pull all the bins out of my garage, and I was pretty much overwhelmed the first week. So then once I started making the videos, I said, okay, I just got to get a few subscribers. And then I was driving to Florida with my daughter and her friend, and I told them that I'd buy them fast passes at Disney World if they were to get me 100 subscribers with their friends by the time we drove to Florida. And I think I had 32, and so they went from 32 to 100, and they just shared channel with all of their friends, and we got into a lot of traffic on the way to Florida. So I was able to get that 100 subscribers, and it was really cool because I've been sending them updates like, hey, here's 200, 300, 400, and then when I got 1,000, that was a big deal. So I'm really, really happy about that. And another reason why that I think that, you know, I've looked at channels that have blown up is I haven't had a video that has gone crazy. You know, I think if you have a video that goes to 500,000 views, you will get a crap load of subscribers. But that's not really why that I started the channel out. I definitely wanted an audience, but I didn't do that for that. I wanted something that I wanted to create a community. I was going in my neighborhood, and no one did woodworking. No one did anything. Everyone's just shutting their door. I lived in a neighborhood before where we mowed our lawns together and stuff like that, and I thought that was a really nice sense of community. So the reason why that I started this channel was to create a community of people that made things, and I but it took a long time for people like my buddy Super 73 UK and his friends and his group over there in UK, which I'm very, very grateful for you because for all of you guys over there, because the comments you've said and have just been so kind and just have felt like, you know, really just someone cared. And I was able to go out and when I watch YouTube videos, I was able to go back out and say, hey, I appreciate the work that you did on that video. So I feel really good about that. So another thing is, so I haven't had a video that blows up. I'm not trying to do that, but I'm very excited about 3,000. It's just kind of a big number. And I'm also, I did have a video that I did about 3D printing that was one of my more successful videos. So I basically got online and I actually go missing in the video. It's kind of funny, but I did a video about how to make money with 3D printing because I'm making my skateboard lights in 2020. And that did really well. So it's like 400 likes, and it's performed a lot better than any other video that I had. That was the first video that I actually made a little bit of money on. I made $3.03. So I think that was $3.03 a week ago. I'll tell you a little bit more as I do it, these live videos, how things are going with that. But again, that's not why I'm doing it. I thought I was giving some nice value by telling people that that it was kind of worth it to get a 3D printer. You know, the skateboard lights, it was so much fun because before I started this channel, I didn't own an electric bike and I didn't own a electric skateboard. And so now I know both, and I haven't killed myself, and I don't have any broken arms, or my face isn't bashed in. So I really appreciate that, you know, the fact that I'm having fun and I'm not killing myself too. So wearing a helmet helps. So so now this is where I'm at. We've been out here for 13 minutes. I want to make this video no more than 20. So here is the future focus now going from here on, is that I have a passion for making things at home and giving people gifts. I would like to help through my other channel, my digital design channel. In this channel is to help people make things inside of their homes. That's an apartment or wherever, a shed or a beautiful house or a not so beautiful house. Make things using their hands or tools that they either gift to someone. Certainly you can sell them, but mostly you give something to someone that really makes a difference to them. Now, a friend of yours can say, hey, do you mind doing this for me? Because it means a lot for me to give a custom gift to this friend. So I believe that what I figured out, that the real niche of homemakers is custom stuff. Because with Amazon and all the other stuff, it's really hard to market yourself against that. Obviously, you're not going to be making things that are electronics and things like that. I guess I do, but it's a little bit crazy. But mostly you make things that are beautiful. And so the focus of this channel is going to be making things in a home-based environment with primarily a laser cutter, a CNC, or a 3D printer. Of course, there's gluing and soldering and printing and cutting little vector stuff using a silhouette cry-cut cutter, but mainly it's things that you can kind of contain in a small amount of space, and you can even do in a shed if you had to. So I'm probably going to be, I still have my go-kart. I'm going to be probably putting that in the intro and stuff like that. But pretty much any video that you see from now on is going to be focused in on making something. I'm still going to do videos for my electric Super 73 because there's lots of ways you can modify it. I'm going to be doing videos for my go-kart because that thing was just unbelievably fun. I'd like to make it faster, but I'm not going to be doing videos about the go-kart. You'll see it, but I'm going to be doing a video about something that may help your vanity in your room, your bedroom, or something like that. Or if you're going to college, or if you're making a loft, something that has to do with something that you could give to someone as a dad or a mom or an uncle or a friend, and you could say, wow, okay, you mean a lot to me. I made this thing for you. And I just kind of want to enable people for that. So I'm going to have a lot more focused in 2020 going on. And I'm not sure what that'll mean for anything. I mean, all I know is when you go into the garage that evening, that's usually when I make my videos. You really have to want to do it. You say, yeah, I got to go in there. A lot of times it's cold. You flip on the lights and you kind of get things going. You put on music, and then you kind of just say, okay, there's tons of distraction things, but what is it that I really want to offer people tonight? And that's some focus that I didn't have before. And I plan to kind of go forward with 2020 with that. So I'm excited about that. So I obviously have a lot of, I got like 4 more minutes, so I'm going to kind of say goodbye to you guys. But I kind of feel like every time that I make a video, I get better at it. And my message to you is, if you are kind of just thinking about this, it really doesn't really, nothing, you will not figure out whether or not you can do it. You will not get better unless you try, unless you start. I think Mark Twain has a quote about the best way to success is getting started. It's something like that. So get started. I will tell you, these live things are a lot easier once they get going because the content's already done, but they're not like, it's not cake. Okay, so you could use open broadcast software. It's OBS. It's free, and you don't need the stuff that I have. You can start with just used equipment. But I'm here. I answer all of my comments, and I cannot tell you how much I appreciate you for subscribing to this channel and being part of my dream. It means so much to me because I am creating that community that I like, and it's actually better because there's so many other interests in making. I'm meeting a lot of jewelry makers. My goal for like 2022, like in 2 years, and my sort of dream is to potentially go out on the road and visit other makers and take some video of them and some photography and do some interviews. So that really, really excites me. I did figure out the screen capture utility, which in my last stream, my friend Brian came over, so that if you join me for my Tuesday stream, I think the stream where I'm going to be walking around and making stuff is going to be going a lot better. That one was just a hot mess, but I really feel like I'm starting to get this hang of this live stuff, and it's exciting for me. And then once I get it down, I'm going to go start broadcasting to my Twitch channel again, which I just do from one button, Twitch and YouTube. And I'm not sure about Facebook, but I don't know, however I can reach people and help people. So if you liked any of the designs, just enter the coupon code HackLab-family, and you can get most of my designs for free that are out there. And if you have any questions, or if you need any tutorials on either 3D printing, laser cutting, or a CNC, which is a shape cutter, it's a low budget shape cutter. It's a router based shape cutter. Just takes a router, you send it a file, and you can carve out things. You could do Pinewood Derby stuff, you could do robots, you could do all this other stuff. So thanks for being here, guys. It's the last 30 seconds, but it's been great. I really have enjoyed getting to know all of you, and anyone that's commented. I really appreciate it, been part of it. Thanks for all the likes. I just hope to help people and keep making files. It really is exciting for me to kind of design something, think of an idea. I usually draw inside of the shower on the foggy wall, and I think of an idea, and then I just hit the computer when I get home, and I get a lot of joy out of it. Just like the video I did on my other channel, which is linked below. I did a video on how to draw on the iPad. Man, it's therapy. It'll save you a lot of bucks going to a psychiatrist or a therapist. So anyways, this is it. Thanks. Peace out. I will be talking to you soon, guys.